Well, we're going to talk about a little problem here that I've been having with Amazon. They stopped letting me review anything, and I'm an old guy. Their insinuation is that they've noticed something wrong with my reviews. They refuse to give an answer. They don't call me back. They don't email me back, even though I emailed them. What happens on Amazon is if you make anybody mad at Amazon, they erase all your previous review, which, by the way, were hundreds, and then they prevent you from reviewing anything. So there's only two reasons you would do that. One is you don't want people to know that you're ripping them off, or you've got somebody who's given false reviews. I don't give false reviews. I never have. I never will. My personality is one of those ones where I'm brutally honest to the point sometimes where I irritate people. It's the way I am. But Amazon, on the other hand, what they're doing is a travesty and I think, frankly, illegal, because they're supporting and protecting the illegal reviewers, which I see tons of. And the people that give honest reviews, they block. So all I can think of is, and this is the only thing I can think of, is when you say anything about it, they block you from doing a review. And they erase all your previous reviews. And you have no proof because they can do that without even giving you a reason except for a canned response that comes up when you try to review. And I looked at that, and the only reasons you do it is if you're a crook and supporting the crooks, or if you're mad. Because if the person's given an honest review, you want that on your website, because that's what makes your company look good, is when you have honest reviews on products. Now, the whole reason I don't buy big ticket items now from Amazon, and this is number one right there, and why I didn't buy other big devices I was planning to buy, is because of this problem. He said you can't get a truthful answer out of them, not even once. They don't want to give you an answer, so they don't send you an email back. Because they don't send you an email back, the only emails that are sent are ones from your account, which obviously you don't send them because they don't respond to them. And that's the paradox with Amazon, is they don't care what you say because they can edit it and get rid of it. They don't have to worry about any repercussions. They don't have to answer your emails. They ignore them. And then somebody there gets away with crime by selling products that aren't any good. Now, do I know whether or not I got somebody mad or whether I got somebody or did something wrong? I've never used foul language in the reviews. They don't have to show proof, by the way. That's kind of interesting. And everywhere else in the United States, you're innocent until proven guilty. With Amazon, you're guilty whether you like it or not, and there is no way to get your day in court, so to speak. I was born in Texas, so I believe in defamation of character. And by telling me I'm giving false reviews or incorrect, whatever their review thing is, which you can't look at, so you really can't find out, they're defiling my family name. And yet, I don't have a recourse. They have to do what they want. And of course, in the United States, the FTC doesn't do a damn thing. They never do when companies do this to people because they can get away with it. They're big enough to where you can't fight them. You can't take them to court. So I recommend for you people out that are thinking of buying big ticket items from Amazon, buy them from Best Buy. Buy them from another company, because the only way for Amazon to learn not to do that for honest reviewers is if people stop buying stuff. Oh, I still look at their website now to find out what's on sale just to see what's good. But I noticed that they hide specs. And I noticed they do this on several sites. I can put some reviews up on what they're hiding on different TVs and how they're doing it. But just look at the word HDR with a TV. And if you see that word, HDR, then you better see full array local dimming, or you don't really have an HDR TV. You have a wide color gamut maybe, but if you don't have HDR and full array local dimming, your TV is not capable of showing any of that. Sad, but completely true. And because of that ability not to review something, and I don't understand why they don't allow it, the only products I have that I wanted to review recently were pretty good cat products. I bought some items just recently, and I can show them to you. I thought they were pretty good. Let me see if I can show you these. I bought been trying to get these rubber balls, which, by the way, are the soft version of these are outstanding for kitty cats. The cats will run after them. In fact, that cat likes those. But you can't get those hardly anymore because they just aren't available. So I went and bought one of the soft wool ones. I'm trying to grab it. There you go. Soft wool. Wanted to review it. Good luck on that one. They won't let me. Which is very unfortunate too, because that best cat toy I was going to review, and I should start doing them here, is if the first one broke, by the way, but I couldn't review it. So these right here are outstanding. They have a feather, and the cats literally wear it out. They just use it and use it and use it till it doesn't work. I've exclusively bought cat stands, and now I'm actually thinking about buying them somewhere else from Amazon. Some really nice products too, but can't review them, and the reviews I had on them were all removed, so what's the point? I really think that a lot of you should spend your money on big ticket items somewhere else and let Amazon stew on false information on customers and maybe learn to do the job the right way. But blocking somebody and giving them no recourse, no call number, it's probably the reason they do that is because they're paid by the people who do the false reviews to give them an artificially high review on a product to sell it. Because really, you have to look at what options they have. Here's your option. The customer's not going to pay you any money to post a review. That's just not going to happen. Of course, I'm a Prime member since 2000. I've been buying from them since they were just a bookstore. In fact, my devices for them, I've purchased, I think, 4 different Kindles. I have multiple. I have a Paperwhite Kindle. I have several, and these are not all usable anymore, by the way. In fact, I'm using this on a Samsung S6, which, by the way, arguably is probably the better one they made. It doesn't throttle. And sorry about my lazy eye. I've been having no sleep with this time change. But I was going to buy a TV from them, and all those things ended when they started telling me I couldn't review what I bought, which told me they don't want an honest review. They just look at their products. It'll tell you there what's missing on their products. When they say it's HDR, if it doesn't have full array local dimming, they're lying. It doesn't have it. So they'll say it's an omission. But see, once you buy a TV and you've been into somebody's house where they have a good television, and I say good, I don't see great. I reviewed on this channel the 75-inch R617, I think it is, downstairs TV, a really nice television. And I still, to this very day, think it's one of the best TVs you can purchase anywhere for the money, because you can currently get them at around $12.99. And why would that be a good one? Well, because that TV will work in any room. It has the easiest remote control. In fact, I got the Pro version of these controls everywhere. And you can't get any easier than using this. The only things I'd recommend you do is turn off the audio, the full-time recording on the Pro version if you have it. That's another one of those reviews that you probably wouldn't have. I currently bought a Sony. Also didn't buy it from Amazon because, well, frankly, they didn't care. Their deal was they wanted to be more efficient at telling me you can't review. I'm sorry. That means they've done it. I looked it up online. People complaining about not being able to review on Amazon, and even on their own digital site, people asking questions, which don't get answered by Amazon, by the way. They've done it to other people. Now, mind you, I know some people are paid money to make false reviews. I've never accepted a dime for that. So it's an insult. I'm going to post more on this. I'm going to have to post my reviews on Amazon products here. Currently, the one I guess I can start on is right here. When I was a kid, well, 20s, I went out here and saw this movie, Sword and Saucer, for those of you who don't know the name of the movie. It's an outstanding movie, by the way. It's the old style before they had all the fancy effects that they got nowadays, and had an interesting individual that's in it as your big star. They took off the original negatives and they did this. And I'm really... It's just really well done for an old movie. It has your super action. A lot of stuff you're going to probably see disappear because of all the meme movements and the... I don't know what's going on with that. Sometimes they're correct, sometimes they're wrong. But if you want a good movie that's, I guess you'd call this in your dragons and wizards and all that stuff, if you like that. The Sword and the Saucer is a good movie, and they just came out with a 4K. So I do recommend it for that. I'm sorry about the graininess and dark scenes, but cameras back when they made that movie weren't able to do anything in the dark. I collect DVDs and Blu-rays. I'm disabled at home, which is another reason why it's difficult for me to be told you can't review something that you have an honest review on. And it's real funny, they lose a lot of sales because I get a lot of people who said thank you for your review. In fact, I do it with Google when I go around town and I review different items, and Google gives me nothing for it. I do it because I like doing it. I've got time on my hands now. I'm retired. I'm old. I'm not a young guy, so don't expect that. Sorry about my hair, but as you get older, for some reason, your hair just goes whatever direction it wants to. And this is my first deal. There's you go. I gave you a review. The 4K version is very nice. The audio tracks could be better, but that's to be expected because there's a lot of the old companies that did movies. They didn't spend a lot of money on their audio tracks, so. But it was a very good movie. I enjoyed it. If you like movies, that's especially Sword and Sorcery, hey, you got it. I'll give you another review pretty soon, but right now just be aware that if you're going to buy a big purchase, you probably want to buy it from another company other than Amazon until they get their problems worked out in their review department where they're supporting fake news. Wow. Okay, Maggie. Yes, I've gotten to see that nowadays. Anybody who hates fake news, you're going to want to shop for your big items somewhere else till Amazon stops doing this to honest reviewers. I don't think it's right. I don't think it's fair. And I think eventually, they'll see the light. But will that bring back the hundreds of reviews I had where I honestly reviewed a product? No, it won't. Will they give me an apology? No, they won't. You know why? They follow in the same tradition of Jeff Bezos. Make money and the hell with what the customer thinks. If it wasn't for me, they probably wouldn't be there. I've been buying their movies for a very long time. You're talking right now, since 2000 is when they had the Prime member stuff, so 22 years, almost 22 years, probably longer than that if you take about books and the other stuff I got before. But be aware of that. So, you're welcome.